Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone joining us today. Today marks our fifth episode of our weekly webinars, and we're very excited to walk you through our virtual trade show and e-commerce functionalities. Our host for today's call is Carlos, and on our call, we are going to discuss the top-notch features and customization options that are available to help you create virtual trade shows and captivate your audience. We will also discover how vFairs can help you seamlessly integrate e-commerce into your virtual events. And we will also explore vFairs secure payment portals, which will empower your exhibitors to sell products and services directly within the vFairs virtual environment. Over to you, Carlos. How are you today?
Hi, Steph. Thanks for the introduction. I hope everyone is doing well. How is everything on your end, Steph?
Everything's good. Pretty warm here in Dubai. How's everything in the States where you're at?
Not as warm as Dubai, but it's getting there, which is scary. but as long as we have AC, it's fine, I guess.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it while this lasts.
I know. Yeah, winters are terrible here, so I hope I can enjoy the next coming months. So I think we can get started, Steph, if you want. I think that everyone is really excited to also learn a little bit more about the trade show component that vFairs can offer you guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give quick examples of what some of our most success events have been being ran as for some of our customers. And of course, we can obviously jump on Q&A if people have any sort of questions as well, right? So before we get started, because we know that certain users don't know a little bit about vFairs, we just want to give you a high-level overview. We have been in the market for almost 8 years now, and roughly we have hosted over 5,000 events so far, not just virtual, in-person, and hybrid as well. And I think it's really important to everyone know that we assign event project managers to help you through this, right? Whether if it's your first event that you're going to be hosting, or whether if it's a new platform that you're trying to also use, we will give you that end-to-end solution and guidance throughout the entire phase. All right. Now, in essence, every single event will have its own website or registration part. We call it a landing page in vFairs. This could be a custom domain, or it could be a vFairs subdomain. That's up to you if you would like to make it even more personalized or white labeled. And essentially, the landing page is going to have only information of the event, right? So what are the highlights of the event? Who are the vendors that you're expecting to also have? And of course, the registration system is really important for this site as well. We do give you the flexibility of creating different types of forms as well. This could be conditional forms. You could also have payment capturing as well. So whether you're charging your attendees or you're charging your sponsors to purchase certain packages, we do give you the flexibility of having multiple options when it comes to that. There's also an email marketing builder typed to every single form. So you can obviously schedule reminders, email confirmation emails, and so on, as people are currently registering for the event. Of course, since you're utilizing marketing techniques to drive traffic to these sites, we can easily track also where is this traffic coming from. So we could give you also those key insights in order for you to optimize your campaigns properly for success on registration. When it comes to the registration part, because I think that this is really important. It could be done by our project management team, or it could be done by yourself as well. It's a pretty much self-service option. And I would like to simply give you a quick overview of how the registration form can easily be done by yourself. What you're currently looking at this point is the vFairs backend. As you see, we do have basic fields, so we do have predefined fields and also advanced fields, right? So for example, if you like to add payment fields, that's something that you could easily add. If you want to simply add extra fields based on group registrations, buttons, etc., all of that is fully configurable. Once you have saved your layout, then automatically it's going to be updated into the front end, right, of your registration page. Now, of course, the day of the event is really exciting for anyone who has registered, right? So you could utilize our email marketing builder to send reminders for people or schedule these as well beforehand in order for them to access the event itself. And they will simply input their login, their password in order to access the event as well, right? When it comes to the virtual experience, vFairs gives you several options, right? We can create really nice customized immersive experiences based on 3D designs, from utilizing any of our standard designs, that which is up to you to select and customize as well, to us creating something totally different and customized for you. Let us know. We do have the design team and the development team that can easily recreate any big idea that you may have, right? But one of the main key things to take into account is that the platform is fully accessible. So, you could access this from any sort of device. And the other important thing is the support that you will have, right? Like any other event, you have information desk or reception areas. With vFairs and the virtual platform, you will have a live tech support representative from our team. Essentially, this is going to be someone who most likely is going to be the project management team that support you through the build out, to reply to any technical questions that attendees or exhibitors may have, right? So this is going to make it really good for you, because you will be stress released from that side of the questions as well. Of course, everything is fully personalized, right? So from the environment to the avatars to these banners, all of that is fully the customized as well. Like if you have different types of sponsorship tiers, obviously you would like to give a bigger view to those sponsors who have paid an extra dollar, right, to have a little bit more of exposure. So what you're seeing here at this point, all these banners are also fully configurable. If you have a day 1 and day 2 trade show, these can also be updated per day as well. Now, a few things that I would like to also discuss that are part of the core product of the trade show from vFairs, right? You have the information desk with tech support, which we basically covered just now. You also have the option of having an auditorium room, right? Again, this auditorium room is fully configurable. What these will basically have for health is going to be the sessions. Sometimes you may want to have a few of these sponsors to give out a keynote session, or maybe do a roundtable session as well. So this will give the audience the flexibility of checking the sessions that will be available. This could be live, this could be on demand, this could be pre-recorded as well. You may encounter that some exhibitors don't have the bandwidth to attend live, or they're basically managing their virtual booth, but they would like to also have a pre-recorded session, which is totally fine, right? We could play those as semi-live. And essentially, people can view this content directly into our platform, along with a Q&A and a polling system that can easily be moderated as well by the speakers, by the panelists, or by the moderators directly, all right? Of course, after each session, the good thing about the virtual setup is that you can collect service in real time, right, or feedback. So all these sessions can easily have tied in a survey option that people can easily complete as the session has finished as well. And of course, you will have also the option of having different types of notifications as well to be sent as sessions are happening, right? So you could schedule in the backend system the same option of notifying people maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes prior to the event that the session is about to go live. How do you think that's exciting, Stephanie? I mean, having the flexibility of doing pre-recording sessions, I think that's really beneficial, right?
It is, and not just conducting the sessions, but being able to get the attendee feedback as well through live polls, through the surveys is really beneficial for our clients. And the way we've seen these sessions being used a lot of times are even for product demos. So it's a great way to gather any buyer that is interested in these products and services and kind of have someone, from that exhibitor side give that live presentation. So very valuable information. Thanks, Carlos.
No worries. Now that we discussed the portion of the live stream and all those components, we can easily jump into the trade show component too, right? For trade shows, vFairs usually have exhibition halls, right? That's how we essentially call them. The terminology can be changed, right? It could be trade show area or booth area and so on, right? You will decide how you could rename those sections. But in essence, we do have different types of designs and layouts as well that you could utilize, right? I love this example because this was really futuristic, and it was really customized as well. So essentially, those sponsors can have that visibility when it comes to their own booth, when it comes to the customization of the booth, even if they would decide to use their own avatars as well to make it even more personalized, is something that vFairs can easily do for you. But for trade shows, of course, there is an important component, which is the product, right? And for this, vFairs gives these sponsors the option where they could have their products highlighted or shown at their own booth, right? So a few things that the booth has possibilities of, right? Full customization is one of them. So you could easily add your branding and you can update this in real time. You could customize the avatar as well. The content is also unlimited. So it gives you the option of having videos, having documents that people can easily view or download directly into their swag bag. And it also gives you a live chat in case you would like to speak directly with that sponsor. So basically gives you the text, the audio, and the video chat option to communicate and to ask a little bit more about the services or products that are being exposed at each of these booths. Of course, for accessibility options, you can easily have the list of the other booths that you will have at this point. So you can easily switch and move around, right, within these type of options of vendors. Now, the good thing about the product side is that these vendors can upload their own content. These products can be listed with their own unit prices, with shipping dates, if they would like to include that option as well. And of course, each of these products can also host either a video or an image about the product. So you could have a really nice gallery of products here so people can easily review those. Of course, people will have the possibility of also place their orders as well, right? So you could say, right, I would like to have 7 cases of this 5-hour energy because apparently I have issues sleeping. Then you could simply have the say order, and you could easily complete that payment either in the vFairs platform, or you could redirect people to your own e-commerce site, right? So not necessarily you need to have the payment captured in the system. We do have integrations with other third-party integration systems, like for example, we have payment with PayPal, with Stripe, with Authorize.net. If you're having or hosting events outside of in other countries, for example, like Africa, Saudi, we do have Moyasser, we have PayGate, we have BlueSnap. So we have different types of payment integrations to ensure that we can cover the entire world. Now, I would like to showcase this quick example to you, Stephanie. I don't know if you have seen this event, but this one was really nice for me because it was a book event, right, in which they were inviting these authors to have their books sold, right? So it's the client is an editorial company, and it was really nice because I think that they gave the possibility to each of these book authors to have their own booth, right? Some of them are even like underage, right? But this is really great. They had different types of genders too. So people can easily select, what type of gender of interest. And in essence, what this client did was you could purchase the book here, and you could redirect the person to their own e-commerce site to make the purchase there, right? So that gives us the flexibility of not just using vFairs as a payment option. You could usually drive traffic to your e-commerce site, and we can enable those UTM tracking links for people so you could actually track what was the behavior and performance of your own event.
Perfect. On that note, Carlos, we got a couple of questions regarding the reporting, which I, completely understand the importance of. So maybe we'll discuss a bit on the kind of information that exhibitors and event organizers can capture from the booth.
Okay. Perfect. Look, it will depend, right? It will depend on the type of report. From the exhibitor side, you will have your own backend access where you could have real-time reports. This is going to be real-time reports based on navigation, clicks, visits, live activity per booth, and so on, right? So this is also something that you could easily leverage as well, and you could see it in real time. Post-event, the event organizer, which in this case, it could be any of these customers that we have showcased here, they will have access to an event reports section where they could export that raw data as well. Everything is being tracked the moment someone registers, right? So in this case, you could download reports based on registrations, based on swag back downloads, based on document views, based on webinar stat, based on product purchases or product or product uploads into a cart, right? It gives you that intense data report too that you could easily leverage. So you could follow up with those potential buyers or prospects as well. And of course, if you want to go even deeper, you do have a user journey section, right? Let's say I am really curious to see because I have this has deep pockets, right? I know that this person is going to buy a lot. I would like to know what was their behavior or their main interest once they logged in into the event. So you could easily type someone's name and or email, and you could see that whole entire behavior that they had from the moment they logged in to the sites or products that they view as well. And this report can also be downloaded per day as well. So also something that they could easily leverage, right, as well. Let's see if I have a few other things that I would like to cover here today, right? So I think we just, yep.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'll just answer another inquiry we got. So thanks
Okay.
for sharing the positive feedback. I know the inquiries around how long can people access this. That would be the on-demand hosting period. It's very custom depending how long you'd want it. The default is for a month. We've seen clients have it for 3, for 6, 9, 12. So it's really flexible how, what duration you want to keep the platform accessible for attendees. And during that time, they can still basically review everything that Carlos is walking you through. They could still place orders. It's only the chat that won't be available if you're not live with the event, but there is an alternative we can add, like leave a message, so they can still communicate with these exhibitors. And then the reporting that Carlos also walked us through, just like he mentioned, the date could be modified. So you can choose any time frame you want and be able to learn more about the engagement you got during that bracket. Yes, Carlos, over to you.
Perfect. So a few other things, sometimes events would like to add some sort of social component, right? So, we do have the option in which people can have a photo booth and you could have a really nice photo gallery of the event, especially if you would like to push this through social media. We do have the option also of integrating with social media feeds, right? So if you like to maybe push a Twitter feed or a Facebook feed just to promote, right? Because essentially in real time, if your trade show is lasting 3-4 days, you can still have new registrations, right? Through social media, which is a free platform at the end of the day, right? Where you could basically post things and gather more new registrations. And the other thing that I would like to highlight is vFairs does give some sort of gamification options for customers too. So for example, if they would like to have a leaderboard where they could earn points based on visits, based on product views, based on inquiries, right? You do have the option of customizing that criteria so people can earn points based on those interactions in order to maybe give away prizes, right? It could be something that you could actually involve those sponsors also to give away in order for them to promote even their brand or their products even more. And the other important thing that I would like to highlight is the scavenger hunt. Another great feature that some sponsors or customers of us have been using, where you could hide certain objects within the platform, and these objects can appear at a timely manner, right? The idea is for you to give away clues every time someone posts some of these or clicks on one of these items, so you could easily have those basically hidden, right, where any part of the platform, and you could drive traffic as well to other sites as well. Do you have any questions so far in the chat, Stephanie?
On the engagement, no questions, but tons of positive feedback on ways that they can use it. And I must agree, it's a very popular feature to include as well. My personal favorite is the scavenger hunt. We've seen it being branded on different vendors participating. Photo booth leaderboard are very popular as well. The questions we had, Carlos, was on a booth level. For the reporting, we already addressed that. And there were some inquiries about the images that you showed. One of the attendees was inquiring about the shipping. Who handles that, if it's done through vFairs or from the company or exhibitors directly?
Oh, okay. Well, the shipping, it will depend, right? Sometimes it's the event host who can handle the shipping, but 98% of the time is the vendors directly, right, who will handle the shipping directly, because they could be located in any part of the world, right? And shipping costs will vary depending on the location where it's going to be sent. But we give the clients the possibility and the option of having that multiple ways of doing. And one other thing that I would like to highlight, right, from the event organizer, sometimes we may think, all right, but hosting virtual trade show is really difficult. It will be time consuming. Look, with vFairs, it won't. First, like we mentioned, we have the event project management team that you could consider an extension of your own staff, right? Because we are here to support you through the build out with your guidelines and so on. But the other thing is that if you're hands-on on monitoring or managing, you do have the option of configuring the booths and also tracking, right, if people or sponsors have actually completed their booths. This management system will give you also the option of checking the updates from your site, so you could see what sort of actions have been taken from them, what sort of documents or videos have been completed or uploaded. And it also gives you the option of emailing reminders if it's needed, right? Sometimes we all have due dates, we all need to have certain deadlines to receive information, so vFairs gives you the platform to send those reminders and confirmation emails and so on, right? So this is also something really important to highlight. Now, you may ask yourself, how complex would it be for them to set up their booth? Look, it's really easy, right? With vFairs, we have created this step-by-step guidance and method, right, for them to follow. First and foremost, we will train each one of your exhibitors to set it up. You will also receive the proper documentation and forms as well of how to set it up. But of course, it's really self-explanatory, right? So it's an easy way to simply copy and paste content and simply drop images of your products, logos, branding, and so on. Also, the booth graphics, as we mentioned before, these are fully customized as well. So at any given time, if there's an update, if there's a change of an event sponsor, they would like to update images and so on, this is something that can be done in real time. And the other important part is the product side too, where they could easily manage and add their own products as they go as well. So yeah, I think we have given a really nice high-level overview of how our platform will work for trade shows. And if by any reason anyone has any further questions, feel free to send us your details and questions to sales@vfairs.com. We will assign a dedicated team to call you, schedule a meeting, and walk you through the services as we go.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Wasif, and thanks for everyone that joined today's call. Again, this is a weekly webinar, so we're very excited to reconnect with you next Wednesday at the same time. Until then, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks everyone for your time. It was really nice chatting, and I hope you enjoy it. You could watch the recording of this in our YouTube channel, so make sure you visit that in the next 12 to 24 hours. All right. Have a nice day, everyone, and thank you for everything, Steph.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.